Hello, this is Atron, and welcome back to Tutorial France for EU4. When we left off, we had finished up a war with Brittany, where we got them to become our vassal, and we were about to take a look at something new, a new concept that I hadn't covered yet, called the idea system. The nearest analog I can think of is a little bit like the culture trees in Civ 5, where you earn points and you can unlock certain trees, and you have to choose which trees you want to put points into, or maybe a little bit like talent trees from some RPG style games. So you earn an idea group at certain intervals of administrative technology, and we're just about to get our first one, which is why I actually delayed taking administrative tech in the last video. You can see that it gives us a new idea group. We had 0 to start. We get one at level 5, and then we get another one at level 7, and another one at level 10. We also get some production efficiency, but that's not important right now. What's important is the idea group. So I'm going to go ahead and take this technology right now, because we already have a neighbor discount. We have enough points. We're not going to be using our admin points. And we're going to need some admin points to core the land that we're going to go to war with Burgandy for in a bit here. But we don't need to do that yet. And we'll have some time to accumulate those points. And that war will take a while anyway. So we'll go ahead and do that. It's also very important. And the main thing you can do with idea groups is really specialize your nation into what you want it to be. So we can go take a look. The idea panel, which I've mostly been avoiding, is this thing with a light bulb. And you can see that we have 8 slots for idea groups. So we can get 8 different idea trees. Idea groups always are filled linearly, so you go from the left to the right. These are all the possible options, incidentally. So you start with the leftmost, you go to the right until you fill them all in, and then there's a bonus when you fill in the entire group. Again, similar to how Civ works. Also, we have national ideas, which are sort of a bonus that we get for unlocking enough ideas. So for every 3 ideas we unlock, we get one of our personal ideas, our French ideas, and then when we get all 7 of them unlocked, there's an additional bonus for that too. So once we get to 21 ideas unlocked, we get all of our nation's custom bonuses. We actually started off with 2 custom bonuses. We end up with extra national manpower and diplomatic reputation. We've seen that diplomatic reputation bonus quite a bit. And when we get all the French ideas, we get discipline plus 5%. That's a very, very strong bonus. But we're gonna prioritize ideas anyway. But it means we're gonna especially prioritize ideas, even more than maximum priority. So the first thing we'll get from our national ideas when we get 3 ideas is we'll get some additional income from vassals and a discount in diplomatic annexation. So it's possible that we might actually have this filled in before we try to integrate Brittany, which means that it would cost less to integrate them. And even if we could integrate them earlier, I might actually wait and do it after we get this bonus, just because I'd like to save my Diplo points since it's so important right now. And I'll look at some of the other ideas as we go along. The second level, actually I'll show the second level one right now. It's morale of armies plus 20%, which is a massive bonus to land armies. It means that our armies basically never run away maybe when they're fighting Prussia. But Prussia doesn't exist right now, so we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, the French armies in this game are quite strong. When we get this and when we get the discipline bonus, we'll be ready to rock. So we do need to pick an idea group, and because of our high-level goals, our choice is going to be more or less forced. There are administrative ideas which tend to promote the stability of your nation. There are diplomatic ideas that are focused on diplomacy, trade, and navy, and military ideas that, as you might expect, do things to your military. And they all offer a plethora of bonuses. But basically, because we want to participate in the colonization race, you can only do that if you have Quest for the New World, which is an exploration idea. At least if you want to do the exploring. As I said in an earlier episode, if you wait 50 years after somebody in your tech group discovers the land, then you'll get to see it too, but that doesn't seem ideal when it's a race. So we're going to take exploration ideas first, more or less because we need to in order to meet our goals. Other major idea groups that I'm going to look at taking probably next is going to be administrative ideas. Administrative ideas gives us a discount in creating cores, and since we want to build a European empire and all this land is very well developed and therefore very expensive to core, we're going to want that discount. Very likely we're going to take humanist ideas as well. because as we build an empire, we'll be conquering a lot of different cultures, and we don't want to have to deal with the penalties for having a vast multicultural empire without having humanism to help us out. I believe, does it also have a discount to, maybe it's a policy. I don't know. It also has, it has a lot of good things for actually a conquest-oriented game. Humanist conquerors seems to be very encouraged in this game. We get 10 years less of separatism, so you saw the separatism penalty we had for taking some new territory when we took Maine and Anjou away from Provence. So that penalty gets reduced. We get a bonus to unrest, which is awesome. Yeah, easier cultural acceptance. Religious unity bonus, which means that even if we have some Catholics and some Protestants together, they'll be okay. So it's just generally it's fantastic idea group. I generally either take religious ideas and try to convert everybody to the state religion, or I will take humanist ideas and pretty much leave everybody in their original religion. Although in this case, I might convert some people anyway, even if I take humanist ideas, just because converting non-Catholics to Catholics gives you free papal influence. But there's no guarantee we're even going to stay Catholic. We may go Protestant when the Protestant Reformation happens. We shall see. But anyway, military ideas, I probably will take offensive at some point. It has a bonus discipline. It has bonuses to our leaders, which is really good. It has siege ability, which is not bad. Land force limit modifiers, which is really awesome. And what is it? Recover morale, which is really good. I might take defensive ideas. I don't know. I might end up taking quantity because I might need them to fight all over Europe. But it depends on how I pick my wars, and it's all quite a ways in the future. We're almost certainly taking administrative ideas with our second group to get adaptability for core creation cost. So I can click on exploration ideas to take it, and it asks me if I'm sure. Yes, I am sure. So we could take the very first idea at this point. It costs 400 points of the relevant type. This is a diplomatic group, so it takes diplomatic points to fill in an idea. But one idea doesn't really get us anything. It gets us a colonist, which I could send out to somewhere to colonize, but there's nowhere to send them right now. If we were Portugal, we could probably see some of this African territory down here. We could go ahead and colonize that, but we're not, and we don't. If we're Russia, we could probably colonize something over here, but again, we're not. So the colonist doesn't do anything useful for us, and so we might as well just save the Diplo power for now until we get a little closer to 999. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And yeah, that notification, and then let's start the clock. We're basically waiting for the rest of our war exhaustion to tick down, and our you can see our rebel faction is no longer getting any progress because we've dealt with the unrest in these two provinces, at least temporarily, by sticking troops there. So it's going to tick down by 10% instead of possibly ticking up. So it'll tick all the way back down to 0, and then at that point we're more free to move these troops around. Although it will still tick up. It'll tick back up. These are not so low that they'll be pacified without the troops there. In fact, they're just barely pacified with the troops there, especially this one. Yeah, but we still have some more exhaustion that's ticking off. Right, so we have a diplomat free. I could seek out another ally at this point, or I could leave this slot free and hope to take a vassal off of Burgandy. That actually is very interesting. I'm tempted to try to take Lorraine away from them. Because if I don't take Lorraine and I set it free, or it gets taken by the Empire, then I'll have a difficult time getting it back. But if I take it, then I have other strategic options that I can do with it. So that is a possibility. I could leave that diplomatic slot free. Who else doesn't like Burgundy? France, Aragon, Austria. Well, Aragon's not much use. They're in the middle of a giant war with Castile. They're probably winning, but, well, they're not technically winning it right now. In fact, they're losing it badly because of all those battles. They're winning the strategic game, but they're losing the immediate battle score game. Yeah, they lost the battle up here. To Portugal? No, Portugal's fighting with them, right? Right, yeah. Castile is fighting Aragon, Naples, Hungary, Poland, and Florence. That's a lot of people. And it's just Castile and Venice is getting wrecked. I mean, literally. Look at this. Everything but 2 provinces are already sieged, and, well, they've got some stuff down here. They've got Albania and Euboea and a couple of others. But That's not important. They're basically they're not a military threat anymore. So Castile's basically on its own against that whole host of foes. I think Castile's going to lose this war, despite the fact that they've got a respectable battle score right now. Let's take a look at what integrating Navarra did to our force limit. We now have 40 troops because we picked up these additional 2. These additional 2. I'll send them to Anjou. Yeah, sure. Why not? And so we can do 7 more. I'm not actually going to build any right now. I'm going to save that for filling with mercenaries when we go to war with Burgundy. Ships were actually over the force limit because we picked up 2 trade ships from Navarra, and it apparently doesn't contribute anything. Yeah, it doesn't contribute enough because it's tiny and it's not very valuable, and it's got 60% local autonomy. So I'm actually just going to grab these 2 ships from Navarra. I don't really need the trade fleet, so I'm just going to get rid of them. Bye-bye. And so we are now at the force limit. Yep, and we are making 7 ducats a month. That's excellent. I'm going to build a little bit of a nest egg because we're going to have mercenaries, and those will cost some money. And then if there's once we start, once we have enough after that, I'll go ahead and build a few more temples. So yeah, we're building one in Orléans right now, and that will give us some additional money. Alright, so the question is, when do we want to go to war with Burgundy? It looks like they've got a big fleet parked right there right now. A big fleet. That's an army. A big army parked there right now. I'd actually like it if they'd somehow manage to get some of those troops over to England to get them killed, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Do I have ships? Yeah, you guys are repaired. Sure, come up here and I want to take a look at what's going on in this war. Burgundy has only one transport, so they're not actually going to be transporting their troops anywhere. Yeah, look at that general. 6 shock. Where did he come from? 3 siege. That's a miracle general. Well, we'll just have to outthink him. Ottomans fighting the Mamluks. Right, this diplomat I keep ignoring. Castile. I'm not sure I actually want this alliance with Castile that much longer. Will Castile help me against Burgundy? No, they're in the middle of a war. No, they're in the middle of a war, so I need to wait for those wars to finish. And Milan will help them. That's annoying. Who doesn't like Milan? Venice. That's helpful. Switzerland and Florence. Florence? You want to be my friend? No, not really. Who else? Switzerland. Switzerland doesn't really want to be my friend either. Fine, we'll work on them. I don't need to work on Milan. I worked on Milan, who's my enemy's ally. That didn't work so well. Florence. Sure, I guess I'll work on Florence. Everybody's in the wars. I gotta wait for this war to finish and this war to finish. Before anything useful happens, we lost our trader that we weren't employing anyway. We've still got, yeah, we want this guy. We picked up so much aggressive expansion from vassalizing Brittany that we'll want it. Yep, bring him back. And of course I've got another guy. Well, we'll send you to Switzerland. Alright. And yeah, this army isn't going anywhere. It's unfortunate. And he's not taking any attrition because it's got a supply limit of 30. Well, boo. Brittany, you're not being nice. Burgundy, you're supposed to self-destruct, not actually fight competently with an amazing general. Temple in Orléans. Excellent. Getting 9 ducats a month now. And the thing I'm worried about is our power projection is about to drop below the 50 threshold. In fact, it may just have done. Got a free diplomatic power, and we have a mission. Incorporate Brittany into our country. Yes, I'd like to do that, but not anytime soon. And we're not even doing that right now. So we'll just sit without a mission right now. Okay. Well. How many troops? They've got 13,000 there and 25,000 there. I think 38 is probably as much as they have. Yeah, I just really don't like our odds against that guy. With my pathetically weak generals. Well, this guy's actually not bad. I mean, he's not a 4-6 or a 3-6 or whatever ridiculous thing he is. But he's not that bad. If I can bait him to attack me, what's his maneuver's terrible. So if I could bait him to attack me in across the river and into the woods somewhere. Please tell me there are woods. There are no woods. There's some woods. Okay, so maybe if I can get him to attack me in Rethel. And Rethel is relatively hard to get to without carrying a river crossing. Hey, no, more. Yeah, you can get there from here without a river crossing. What about this one? Well, obviously, yeah. So, but yeah, woods would help. There are no hills anywhere in the area, I don't think. Well, in French Comte. Yeah. So, and I would have Austria helping, which would be a critical piece. So yeah, I think we want to do this war. I think we just want to wait until after Austria finishes up their war, and we'll want to check to make sure that their manpower is reasonable. Okay, Austria's, speaking of which, Austria's done with their war. And now let's see, would you be willing to... I have no diplomats. I have no diplomats that I want to pull back. Yeah, I don't really need you in Switzerland. Fine, come home for a moment. I'll probably send them right back after I discover that I'm not ready for this war. Austria would come. They have war exhaustion, so I'll wait for that to tick down. I don't want to start it with that. And I'll just go ahead and send them back for now. We'll give them about a year, and I'm gonna lose my power projection for a bit, but that's just life. It'll go back up as soon as I declare war. Yeah, Austria still has quite a bit of troops. Let's see what their manpower looks like. Yeah, they got a lot of manpower. They got a lot of troops and a lot of manpower. So as soon as their war exhaustion goes away, they'll be ready for war. In fact, I want to make sure I declare the war before they get any other ideas and attack anybody else. I'm at max manpower, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to wait any longer. My war exhaustion's probably all gone. Yep, my rebellion ticked away. It'll come back as soon as I leave. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Well, there is something, but there's nothing I want to do about that. So we'll go ahead and hold these guys in position until the very last moment. Yeah, I want to wait a little bit longer. Let's advance until May and then take a look. Yeah, still no missions I want. Look at all those claims I have. Capitanata? I don't know where all these places... Oh, it's right, we claimed all of Naples because of an event that I didn't really intend to take it. Alright, it's May 1st. I'm going to pull that diplomat back from Switzerland again. And now let's see how Austria's feeling. Austria still has war exhaustion. They must have quite a bit of war exhaustion. Well, I want to continue. I really want Austria to be pretty close to no war exhaustion at all in order to stick in this war as long as possible, because this is going to be a relatively brutal war. Edward Lancaster. Ooh, War of the Roses might fire again. They have no legal heir. Lost our army organizer. Do we actually have a commandant? I'd really like a commandant. Am I willing to pay a bunch of extra money for a 5% diplomat loan? It's only 3.5 monthly versus 0.9. Yes, I am. I might not keep him after the war, but I totally want that discipline boost for this upcoming war. Alright, so I'm going to advance it until the end of the year, pretty much. So I'm just going to put it on speed 4, and only react if something comes up. We have enough money to claim Defender of the Faith, but we don't want it. Hungary has pieced out of the war with Castile. Who said you could do that? Oh, Castile is still winning this war. How is that possible? Must just be from war score ticking up, because they wanted Zaragoza, and they've got it, and it must just be ticking up to 25. Is that what it is? No, it's 10 for that, and then 39 from all those battles. Yeah. Oh, and it looks like Dalmatia got freed. I don't know how that happened. Hungary must... Oh, Hungary got out of the war, right. That's why. Why did Hungary leave the war? They must have hit war exhaustion or dead or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in that war. I don't know that I care at this point. The longer it goes on, the happier I am. Alright, so where are our 15 ships? Oh, yeah, we've got 25... English ships blockading. Here are my 15. I'm going to go ahead and grab my heavies and send them up here as well. Just in case Burgundy tries anything. They've got no chance. They've got a pathetic little fleet. I can totally beat that fleet. And they're there. Yeah, keep going. And let's see. Alright, 1462. Let's go ahead and pull our diplomat back. Again, still no missions I want. Slow it down a bit. And let's take a look at what Austria's thinking now. Yeah, they have a tiny bit of war exhaustion left. I'm not too worried about that. And I still have a couple things I need to do. So, we need to hire some mercenaries. And we don't want these are the level 1 type guys. We want the rank 5 guys. So let's build some men-at-arms. These are actually very fast to recruit, but they cost quite a bit more money. Actually, not to build, but they do to maintain. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mercenaries. And, oh, we have room for 8. 8 mercenaries. And that used up a fair chunk of our money. But that's okay. That's what I had it there for. Okay, so as I said, the goal is to try to bait them to attack me in something like Rethel. They may not do that. I'm probably going to have to try to set up sort of multiple traps depending on which way they go. I really don't want to force a conflict with him unless he does something stupid. I'd rather take out some of his other armies. So let's grab all you guys and send you to Champagne. You also to Champagne. And let's keep going. You also to Champagne. Is that all of them moving? No, not one that... Oh, yeah, the one that's already sitting there. Yep, keep going. Everybody get to Champagne. Alright, what happened? Yeah, don't care about that. Yeah, no, none of that matters. Alright, we're still waiting for everybody to gather. Yes, come on. Alright, I guess I should go ahead and start sending one of these armies over. Actually, I should start sending both of those armies over. I'm going to send one to Paris and the other to Namur. And unfortunately, that's going to mean the rebels will come back, but it's okay. We have, obviously they have to start ticking them up from 0% again anyway, so we're not as worried about it. We want to attach to this unit for our vassalages, those people. And we'll wait for these guys to get into position, and then we'll go. So we've got 48 ourselves. We saw that there was 25 up here and another 13 or so down here. We'll also have all of Austria aiding us. It'll take some time for Austria to get to us. So we'll fight a little bit defensively at the first. And we also have these, 4 units for Brittany, which won't make much of a difference. But sure. So let's do it. Declare war on Burgundy. We want to take Picardy. Yeah, is that the one I want? I mean, it's the one I want. It's just a question of whether... Yeah, we'll call Austria. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I don't know whether I'm gonna be able to take it right off the bat, because it's so undefensible. But it's the one I want, so we gotta do it. Okay, so a whole bunch of people, their little guys joined the war. Brittany joined our war against Burgandy, right? Of course. Oh, I forgot Milan will join the war as well, but Milan's down here, and they'll get crushed pretty quickly by Austria. I hope. Actually, I don't know. Oh, look at that. An unmaintained fort. That's perfect. It'll probably be maintained before I get there, because I started at the end of the month. I should have waited until March 1st to declare. But oh well. Alright, go here. You get the general, because that's the bait army. Yep, come on. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Yeah, we've got more foot soldiers, or more infantry, and we've got the same number of cavalry. We've got more boats, not that that makes any difference. Oh, he didn't maintain it. That's perfect. Alright, oh, they're not in Calais anymore. I don't think we're in Calais anymore, Dorothy. Alright, and still no missions that I want. I'm not sure where that guy's going. I'm not sure where he's going. Is he locked yet? I don't think he's locked. I'm gonna go ahead and... Really? Can I have a better leader, please? That's much better. Thank you. They're coming on the 21st of March. I may have missed my chance. I'd like to... I wanted to defeat this army in detail, but it's actually split up already. Let's go up here to Vermandois and take a look and see if we can see anything. 20 versus 16, but it's in the woods. I'm going to give him a chance to move further. See where he goes. He's going to Franche-Comté. That's annoying. Alright, so he'll be there on the 1st of April. If I go now, I will be there on the 28th of March. So let's wait 2 days. 2 days. There we go. So if we go now, he'll be there on the 1st of April. Nope, that still didn't work. 2 more days. First, nope. Alright. I'll go now. I should arrive on the 2nd of April. That's what I want. Yes, so one army will be gone, and the other army will still be there. So I'll catch 8 of them. I will be fighting them in the woods, but I'm outnumbering them, and I will have a superior general. Yes, I will have a definitely superior general. So we're okay. So yeah, again, the goal is when you're facing a superior foe, I guess they're not superior, but you're facing a foe that is at least dangerous. You want to try to isolate them and defeat pieces of them at a time. It's defeat and detail general strategy in terms of war. Looks like these guys are trying to go down here and siege Lyonnais. I don't know that that's a really good idea when I'm up here fighting your guys, but sure, whatever. And we got the speed low enough, sure, that's fine. I can invest in new technology, diplomatic technology, which I don't really need right now. I don't need a shipyard. Well, maybe I do, but I don't need that at the moment. Oh, boy. I can execute the bailiff and lose prestige. Yes, I'll totally do that. I'll get that prestige back in this war. And we rolled terribly on the shock phase. That's a big surprise. And, yes, they went to Lyonnais. I'm actually... Yeah, this is fine. These guys can cover this. I'm going to send this group probably down... Actually, I lied. I'm going to send this group... Yeah, that's a terrible general. Come down here. I'm going to send this guy down here to defeat these 8. Because these guys will need a rest after this battle. And more bad events. We have influenza in Normandy, and there's really only one good choice. It's just basically you lose some trade power and some tax power and some manpower there for a year. But it saves the influenza from spreading. England wants military access. Sure, England, go ahead and kill... Oh, look, England's invading. Well done, England. It could be bad for us if they attack Picardy. And we won the Battle of Barrois, although we didn't lose that much less than they did. Is Barwa has a fort? No, it doesn't have a fort. It used to have a fort, didn't it? I thought it had a fort. You can see we took Rothel fast, even though it had a fort, because they weren't bothering to maintain their fort. So that was kind of a silly mistake by them. I'm actually going to send these guys over to Picardy to take Picardy, and we're going to go defend them with this group. And I don't think actually they have any guys in the area. I don't want England to get Picardy, and I want to get it started ticking in our favor. So we'll do that. I don't know where the main Burgundy stack is. I'm a little scared by not being able to see it. I have no idea where it is. Is it possibly in Beira? Oh, it must be down in Portugal. It's down here. Okay, well that's interesting. That's actually... Wait, wasn't it up here just a minute ago? How did it... I must have missed it crossing my land in that year that I just kind of sped by. I don't usually lose track of enemy armies that fast. Alright, so Lorraine is... What is Lorraine doing? Lorraine is sieging Brabant? Why is... Oh, it's Baden. That's one of Austria's little allies. Or their vassal or something. Vermandois... Right, okay, so we are now sieging Picardy down. Which... Oh, it does have a fort. Oh, that's annoying. Well, that's fine. We'll get started sieging it down. This guy has a siege pip, yeah. It's about as good as it gets. And yeah, you can see Austria's already arrived. I'm leaving an army sitting here with not enough guys. Leader, yeah, sure, crappy leader's better than no leader. Do it. I have 3 leaders now and not enough military points, but that's because... Or I'm not losing any military points, but that's because I'm Curia Controller, which gives me a bonus. Alright, so yeah, we're winning the fire phase, not surprisingly because our guy's better at fire, or weaker at shock. But we rolled well. And we just outnumber them, so we'll win this battle without any difficulty, actually. We've rolled well, and we outnumbered them to begin with. Alright, yeah, that went well. Forced them to retreat. And we are blockading Picardy, so we don't need to worry about that. And in fact, when we finish this blockade, their tiny little fleet will be forced to leave, and they'll get killed. Probably. I don't know if we have enough firepower there to kill them in one. Oh, how cute. Nevers wants to siege Auvergne. Probably not a good idea to stand a 1 next to a 19. And Austria is down here attacking Milan. Even if they're just keeping Milan off of me and they don't really do anything else this entire war, it'll be totally worth it. Burgundy's too spread out. They've got their main armies down here, and I'm killing all their little guys up here right now. So that's really... This has gone really well for us. We've we've done them a lot of damage right now while they're still trying to get together and actually, you know, participate in this war. I don't think there's any point in going to Nevers. I'm going to just get out of the Hills province so that I don't take attrition, and then just get on with it. Oh, Austria is sieging Lorraine down. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want you to do that. So we're going to go for a very high war score in this. This war is going to take a bit. Probably several episodes. So I think this is probably a good spot to stop. We're losing a little bit of money, but that's not too bad. I think it's mostly from reinforcements, perhaps. Yeah, it's costing us 4.5 decades to reinforce our armies that have taken damage, and that's only temporary. How many troops are we down? Yeah, it'll only be 2 more months, so that money's okay. We can invest in technology, but we're really waiting on... what I want is to actually get... Oh, I want to get 800 diplomatic points, which I already had. Okay. I'm going to save that for next time, and we'll actually start... we won't want to do anything with it until after the war. So I might go ahead and take the ideas, but I'm going to wait until after the war to really show what they do. So we'll pick up on that at some point. And let's see. I don't think there's anything else to cover. So... we're doing good here. We started off this war with Burgundy. I thought it might be a little dicey when I saw that insane general. He's still around somewhere. He's probably down here. So we'll have to deal with him at some point. But this is a really good start. We've already sieged 1 fort down. And we are in the middle of sieging the target province, Picardy. And England has managed to land troops on the island, or on the mainland. So they'll help us. They won't help us, but they will attack Burgundy, which will help us indirectly. And Milan's been defeated. I don't know where Austria's sieging Milan down. So, and they're sieging Lorraine. So this is going to go well. But we'll pick it up next time. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.